Join two sisters who explore the couples that fandoms adore. We write their stories in the night, in the glow of computer light. Eyes connect, clothing flies. In our head, canon love never dies. Stencils that leave us pining. In deep forums we are mining. For this journey, better strap in, because we all know that shit happens.
Welcome to the podcast that explores fandoms and the couples they can't stop dreaming about. I'm Emily.
And I'm Rachel. It's our Summer Fanfic Book Club, and this summer we're setting aside our quick visits into fandoms across the internet to get hot and heavy with the world-famous fanfic, All the Young Dudes by Miss King Bean 89.
And in each episode, we are reading a different section, and we're going to dig into what happened and what we like, what we don't like. So we're digging into this fic and its central ship, Wolfstar, or, if you don't know, Remus Lupin and Sirius Black from the Harry Potter Wizarding World. TM.
Yep. So we're getting in the Marauders territory.
Yes.
Which was always something I'd heard of but never really explored until we got into it, and I'm hooked. I'm like, okay, more. I want more Marauders content. Well, I just don't ever want this one to end. But then I want more Marauders content after.
Right, come back. Like, we get to do all the sad stuff that's going to happen and then come back to the fun stuff in a different fanfic.
Yeah. I mean, because let's just say we are getting sucked in. We were recording these so fast because we're reading it so fast. And this section, we were supposed to read chapters 63 to 93, but we both went over because we just wanted to keep reading.
So yes, it ended up being 63 to 94 just because I had to know what happened.
Right. I finished and it was like, okay, Emily, I'm ready to record. And then you were like, okay, let me read. And then you're like, okay, let's record right away because I want to keep reading. And I'm like, tonight, let's record tonight so I can keep reading. So there you go. Apparently we are sucked into the world that Miss King Bean 89 has created. And like at first I was like, okay, this is like cute. Like I get it. It's easy reading. And now I'm like, I want to know what happens. Like I just like, apparently this is my jam. Teenagers and their dating drama. I could just like background noise all the time. Just like blah, 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 blah. And then this happened and this happened. I'm like, it's just, I'm in it, man.
I want to know, yeah. How's it going to work out? Is it going to work out?
Well, we know it's not.
We know it's not going to work out.
But I'm like, I want them to have their little moments of happiness.
I know, but yeah, I mean, we're just like so close to like the little happy part or the little like, yeah.
Right, a little like bubble of happiness. Uh-huh. And we're just going to get there. Hopefully this time. Okay, but before we dig into what happened in chapters 63 to 93, I'm like a music illiterate. Like I'm not a cool person. I don't know music. Did you know that All the Young Dudes is a David Bowie song? Like, is this common knowledge?
I know nothing about David Bowie.
Yeah, how did we totally miss that?
We missed out on, like, pop of the 80s. Like, the pop in 80s,
yeah,
90s.
because we weren't alive. Well, yes. We weren't alive in the 80s. And then, like, Labyrinth, whoosh, never heard of it.
We definitely watched it.
I've watched it as an adult, and I was like, Goblin King. I'm like, why didn't you marry him? As you said, I have issues. Like the Phantom of the Opera was guiding romance light. So
yeah, most of my David Bowie song knowledge comes from how much he was featured in Moulin Rouge.
I do be singing, "We could be heroes."
Yes, and there was another song because each chapter starts with some song lyrics, which I will admit I do not read.
Same.
And there was one, I recognized the lyrics, and I was like, oh, David Bowie. And then it ended up not being David Bowie, but it was a different song from Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That sounds about right.
That's about
I do need to go out there and listen to some T-Rex after how much is mentioned. And T-Rex is mentioned in this David Bowie song, All the Young Dudes. So I kind of like want to go check it out. But yeah, essentially, this is a David Bowie song. I found that out because I'm so cool. Like this week. When I typed it into Spotify to see if I could find a what is it called? An odd podfic version of All the Young Dudes so I can listen to it. And sure enough, this song popped up and I was like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So many fanfics are named after songs.
It does, yeah. And David Bowie features pretty heavily.
And I've been listening to it a lot because I just like, I'm in it with these werewolves and wizards. I've been playing it so much in the car that my son, his big thing is he asks so many questions. He's almost 4. And so it comes on and he goes, what's this song? And I'm like, buddy, you know it. And he goes, it's the dudes song. And I'm like, yeah, it is. It's all the young dudes. I put it on one of our big hours long playlists, and now I'll be hearing it years in the future and be like, yes, that was the summer I read about the gay werewolf and the dog, and it was amazing. I feel like, I don't want to go too far. I feel like I am gay now. Like, I understand a little bit of the gay experience, right? Like, I'm just like, I'm connected with what it means to be gay more than I ever have, because I've never read, you know, a long story of somebody like putting the pieces together of their own identity.
You gotta read diversely, you know, experience different lives. Good for you. Opens your brain.
And now, happy Pride, everybody.
Experience. Happy Pride.
Actually, Pride will be over by the time
This will be out in
episode comes
July,
out.
yeah.
So, speaking of queerness and realizations about yourself, let's talk about what happened in this next section of the story.
Right. So what did we read? So this section covered the 4th and 5th year through summer before the 6th of their time at Hogwarts. So what's going on? There's a lot of Remus kind of coming to understand his sexuality. So before, anytime people, they're talking about dating, they're talking about the little boyfriends, little girlfriends, kissing, he was like, ew, gross. Not interested.
Like,
so
not for
boring.
me.
But now a little bit of a late bloomer. And he's like, okay, I get it now.
Like,
and what he does, and what he has come to understand is that he doesn't like girls at all.
Like when he had that truth serum and he's talking about all the secrets that he has, and one of them was, I don't like girls and I don't think I ever will. I was like, I was like, that's incredible. Like, he knows it, right? He knows that's not for him. Even if he doesn't like articulate that on a conscious level, it's like that part of him was in there. I remember where I was like sitting in the car, you know, when you have those like big moments in an audiobook where you just like remember exactly where you were when you heard it or like when you read it, and like that was one of them. I was like, oh, yay, he's coming to terms with himself. So that was one of the big ones. And the author, Miss King Bean, has a way of just like, it's not like a build up to a big revelation. She'll just like, boom, drop a bomb, boom, spit the truth. And then another one of those instances was when Remus goes back for the summer between 4th and 5th year, right? And we are introduced to his like roommate Grant. And he comes back from talking to the matron, and then Grant just like jumps on him and they're like kissing, and they're just like, it was so casual. There was like no build up. There was no big whoa moment. It was just like, and then he straddled me, and I was like, yeah.
Because it goes from letters with the Marauders, which is all like business as usual, and then he's sogging this guy. And it's like they've been doing it all summer, and because he kind of went from like, I don't care about relationships, I don't care about girls, and then he's like, oh, actually, this is why. It all makes sense now.
Yeah. He's like, now I get why they liked it so much. Mm-hmm. So that was fun. I was like, good for him. I'm happy for Remus. And like, we'll talk about Grant more as we go. But then, so after that summer of his awakening, right, of like learning about himself, he goes back to Hogwarts and he like hops on the train, and then it was like pretty instant, right? Like as soon as he sees Sirius, he's like, oh no.
Because he can like identify those feelings now. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I fancy Sirius Black. Like it was just like, that's the quote or whatever. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no.
It's just like all of it came together, and it was like, because this is a slow burn. Mm-hmm. So it was just like satisfying to see all those pieces come together.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're so close.
We're so close. And that was like a year. And then it was like the whole 5th year is just him pining after Sirius. And like, why does that, my old crusty, rusty heart was like, bump, 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 bump. Like,
because it's just like, it's the like gayness, right, in the 70s. So that heightens it. But also like, that's your bro. Like, it's just awkward anyway.
Right.
To have a crush on a friend.
And you just feel everything so strongly. And now I'm like, relationship, you know? It's like, there's bigger fish to fry at the end of the day. But like, that was your whole world.
Yeah.
And the fact that you know it's doomed, and the fact that he's like, it's a...
Well, even he thinks it's doomed, you know? Keeps having to talk himself, you know, maybe he likes me back. But he knows it's most likely wishful thinking. Because, like, what are the odds?
What are the, yeah, in that time. He's got a girlfriend, right?
And he's got a girlfriend. Yeah.
He's very publicly having PDA with, which is like, okay, gross. Get it? Like, nobody wants to see that serious. And or Mary. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah. But the romantic tension is increasing, the racial tensions are also increasing.
Yeah.
The war is escalating in the wizarding world.
And like, again, a bomb is dropped on you. Our little cozy Hogwarts vision is just shattered. And I think this is in like chapter 63, right? That Christmas. We find out a whole family's been annihilated by Death Eaters. And
because he tried to introduce
CPR
legislature that was slightly positive, and they just murdered a whole family.
Yeah, he just wanted them to learn like mouth to mouth, and they're like,
yeah,
on children.
Yep,
the bad guys as established,
and also established is the dark mark. It's pretty rock and roll, but yeah, the skull with the serpent. So.
Yeah, very Slytherin apparently is a big deal. Sirius knocks all the snakes off of his family heirloom trunk because he's like, I'm not being associated with that. I'm like, fair enough. Fair play to you, my lad. Also, while this is going on, Remus is struggling with trying to figure out where he fits in a lot of places. And the war is also included, right? Like, obviously, he is not going to be fighting or aligning himself with Voldy, but he's kind of like werewolf, you know, good society, proper society sees me as a monster. They're going to put me on a registry. All the other werewolves are fighting alongside Voldy because he's like, even though he's a pureblood, blood supremacist, he's like, you know what? Give me your outcast. Give me your downtrodden. And they're like, I can make it better for you. Which I didn't quite understand how that all worked together. Or he was like exploiting these people as well.
Yeah, exploit, manipulating. I guess, like the status quo is not good for them. So
what do they have to lose?
Right. They're rightfully pissed. They're excluded from society. Yeah. So Lupin's like, well, I don't want to be like them, but also like what am I going to do even after? After this war is won. He's like, I'm still a werewolf with a chip on my shoulder. Like
That's a gay werewolf with a chip on my shoulder. Yeah, I think that's the exact quote, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, where's he gonna fit in?
What are you gonna do? I don't know. And all these adults in his life are like, no, you'll be fine. And he's like, no, like I know what it's like.
Yeah, he's like, well, okay, and then what? Give me a scenario in which I'll be fine and like a path where that's okay. Like
he's like, I've read the laws. I know. Yeah,
I have to be on a registry. This is Daddy's registry too.
Yeah.
Which is bold pushing for a registry and then naming your son Remus Lupin. This is setting him up. Anyways. Yeah. So, and then like the war does eventually strikes closer to home because Sirius is required to be home more often. His family pretending to embrace him again and welcome him back. But they just end up torturing him on Christmas instead. Womp womp.
Yes. They want him to... I guess take the dark mark soon when he says no.
Swears allegiance to the dark side.
He gets the one bad one.
There's 3 bad ones. There's the Avada Kedavra, the torture one, and then I don't know what the other one is.
It controls your brain. It makes you do stuff.
Well, that seems like that would be a better curse to use in this scenario. Right? I don't know. I'm not a dark wizard, so the fact that they call themselves dark wizards too is also just gets me. I'm just like, yes, we're the bad guys. Yeah. Join up now.
Yes, but Sirius escapes, and he's officially split. He is no longer even obligated to go back. Because, like, at a point, adults can't be like,
Yeah, go back to the people who tortured you.
Right, they can't be allowed. So
you gotta have the wizard CPS involved.
Yeah, right. So he's now officially living with the Potters during his summers and holidays. He's completely removed himself from the Blacks, been disinherited.
Good for him. So, as we mentioned, this is kind of the section where tensions are rising all around. And another place that tensions are rising are at school. Like, the war, the teenagerness of it. It's just like things that were once simple are now not so simple. One of the cases is that Remus is a prefect, and so is his good friend Lily Evans, who they have all this extra time together, which all comes to a head when Lily invites Remus to Hogsmeade for a day. And he's like, sure, why not? She's a good pal. And apparently she thought it was a date.
Yeah.
Which is my prediction, was that there was going to be some kind of snafu. I thought she was going to like shoot her shot more like physically and then get rejected. But needless to say, James was not amused.
No. Yep, they just had an awkward date.
And then a weird bath situation. That I don't know. I don't know what was supposed to be happening there.
I think that was just a callback to the books. I think there's a weird bath. That's where Harry opens the egg. I remember.
Yes.
From the fourth book. So I think it was just kind of a
Edward
shout out
Cullen
to the weird...
gives him the...
Yes. So I think it was just kind of a, like, remember that weird bathroom situation?
But she, like, takes off her clothes. She, like, gets into the bath with him in the room. Like, so maybe that's, like, her being like, yeah, I know you were gay, maybe. I don't know. I thought maybe that's what it was hinting at, but I wasn't sure.
Oh, she's, like, comfortable with him because she's like, oh, okay, I pieced this together.
Yeah.
It was after, I think she was able to figure out during the date that he did not realize it was a date. So
right.
I think she put the pieces together and took it on the chin and moving on.
Yeah, good for her. She's a good one.
For her.
That
Yeah.
Lily. But then also some of the outside influences are rising, like the tension that's rising outside the Wizarding War is being reflected on the inside. Kids who are born of Muggle parents or like one Muggle parent are a little bit more afraid. Like I think at one point it says that Mary is like specifically a target because she's being flounced around with like Mr. Pureblood himself as his girlfriend, and like he doesn't like her walking alone and those kind of things. Mm-hmm. It's getting serious. Mm-hmm. Black. Do you remember that joke? He's like, are you serious? And Remus was like, it took all my willpower to be like, no, you're serious.
Yeah. It was like, that's played out. We've done it too many times.
He's like, that's a good dad joke there, Remus.
Yeah.
Okay, it was funny. But you know who's not funny? Snape. Oh my God.
Yes.
He just keeps getting worse. And he's getting worse too.
Yeah.
Or he's giving worse or whatever. They're being meaner. It's all escalating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's more focused in on his, I don't know, anti-Remus campaign or whatever he's got. It seems it's very focused, it seems, on Remus.
Well, is it? You think that's because Lily has a crush on him, or like thought she, maybe that's what it was?
Yeah, maybe because Lily and him have a friendship. Also, Remus is the one of the Marauders who is not pure blood. So I feel like he's also kind of picking on the weakest link. Or like
That's
the
fair.
most similar to him in like social standing. Which is maybe just more accessible, but also more like maybe jealousy.
Yeah, or like trying to prove that he's not like him. Like, oh yeah.
Because they're both half-bloods. They both have like shitty home lives. But Remus gets all these cool friends, and Snape ends up in Slytherin with all the racists.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Yeah, and Remus is also like he's top of the class, right? He's got his like little fan club that follows him around now. It's just like seems like everything's working out for him. And meanwhile, Snivellus is just like over there in the dungeon. Every time they talk to him, they're like, "Go back to the dungeon," and I'm like, "Yeah, go." Like, why would they pick their house down there? That's ridiculous, you weirdos. It's like calling yourself black wizards or whatever, dark wizards. It's just like, we get it. You're a bunch of goths.
It's just you're a bunch of creeps. You're all evil. None of them are good. Yeah, go be in the dungeons with your snake iconography.
Yeah, you just need some kind of like a little bit more nuance. I did like that the Hufflepuffs were like the potheads. I thought that was hilarious. Hufflepuff and pass, like out there at the greenhouse. I'm like, of course it's the Hufflepuffs. Who else would it be? I never would have thought wizards would be smoking weed either, but I didn't really think that we smoked cigarettes. I would have thought they would have their own kind of magical stuff, but
it's Muggle. It's exciting.
Right. Okay, right, sorry, back to Snape.
But you have, Snape, he kind of escalates his creeping around. And so you have the Marauders also kind of escalate their in response until you get the two big moments from the book where you see them specifically targeting Snape. His worst memory in the book, he gets hung upside down. This is James, too, who seems to be the more reasonable one. I had to go look it up because I just thought he got hung upside down. And I was like, okay, that seemed kind of like in line with everything else. But I guess it's worse than that.
What happened?
James threatens to pull his pants down. Or up, I guess. Pants, underwear. British pants. They also like cast spells on like Scourgify and it's compared it to like waterboarding almost, like water in his face. It seemed like extra.
Yeah, that's more
Like,
than
too
I
far.
remember. Oh God. And that's, again, I don't remember this from the book. It definitely wasn't in the movie. But if I had a nickel for every time canonically someone was hung upside down with mention of their underwear like being on display, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it's strange that it happened twice. And the only reason I know it happened a second time was because we did a Hermione episode, and apparently it happened to some Muggle lady too.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what is J.K. Rowling into? Like, obviously she's got a thing for people's underwear being on display against their will. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. And they were like making fun of his undies, weren't they? Like,
Yeah.
what was wrong with
yeah.
them? They were ratty or dirty or something? I don't
Yeah.
know. I was just kind of like, man, you can't be caught trying to stretch undies 2 days.
Why not?
Not in the wizarding world.
You like just wear pants. Wear American
Like the
pants. Like
robes.
just like why
The
are they running
robes are
around in
enough.
robes? Just
Free, like for the breeze, Emily.
yeah. I guess they are in Scotland.
That's true. One in
Yeah.
Rome.
That was kind of the big Snape moment,
Which
and then the
I
other
remember that from the book.
remember
and then
this
this
one,
one,
yes.
second one, forgot about entirely.
like didn't even notice. Yeah, but Sirius does almost try to like feed him to Lupin, which is just so crazy.
That is out. I literally listened to this chapter, stopped again because I found a podfic. I'm not proud of it, but that's how I have to do it. It was been a hell of a week. I literally had to go back and like listen to it again and be like, what? And then I almost texted Emily and I said, no, solve your own problems. And I Googled it myself. And I was like, I had forgotten all of this.
I'm not even sure this comes up in his memoir, like something Remus mentions in the book, or I don't know.
It goes all the way back to the Sorcerer's Stone where they say something about James saving Snape's life.
Yes.
Like, she knew this from the jump.
Right. But like I feel like it makes more sense in the frame of Harry Potter books than it does here. I had seen this while I was Googling what like happened in Snape's memories because I was like, I need to refresh. All I remember is he hung upside down or whatever. And then it was like a prank. Sirius tells Snape how to get past the Whomping Willow and he like almost gets murdered by Remus. I was like, hey, that's not a prank.
That's not a prank.
Like, what? And I was like, he would never. He did what to Remus? I was just like,
Yeah, this is supposed to be the couple we're rooting for, and he's just gonna make him murder someone.
this is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah.
Nuts.
So we'll look at what we're talking about. But
Yeah, we're gonna get into that more, but like that's not gonna make the Wolfstar top moment.
yes, this is going to have to be handled so specifically. Otherwise, I am opposed forever.
Yeah,
So we will
because
see, we'll
as
see.
Remus is like, you could have gotten us both killed. Like, like to have make someone you care about murder someone like without their consent, which is a
Oh
weird
my
thing to say.
god.
Or
He was
knowledge.
guilty because the Whomping Willow whomped someone. He felt guilty.
And he exposed the secret too, because Snape saw him
Yeah.
as a woofy woof.
Like his whole thing.
Literally nuts. I mean, I think Snape
Yeah.
knew at that point or had an idea, right? Because he like made some joke about his monthly problems, and I'm like, don't
Yeah.
talk about his period that way. Like, get out of here, you weirdo. But anyways, okay, Snape. We got a whole segment on the Snape
Yeah.
watch. So we'll also attention at school. They also try to pick what careers. It's like career day or whatever. Their career choices: fight in the war. Whatever that
they
means.
choose to just
That's their
fight
job.
in the war. Yep.
Yeah, they can't even join the army. They're just fighting in the war.
They're just doing what? Yeah. Whatever Dumbledore tells them to. I guess.
AKA whatever Dumbledore tells me. Right. Exactly. Okay. So that's all the school stuff. And another thing, another huge payoff that happens this section, something we've all been curious about and dying to see the end result from. That's right. They are now all Animaniacs or whatever. Which again, I felt like this was super casual. They were just like, oh yeah, we can do it now.
You're like, by the way, I know you told us not to, but we've actually secretly been working on this the whole time. And he's like, yes, it's been obvious.
Yeah. Like we all
Like, you're not that
knew.
sneaky.
And then they're just like, boom, we're gonna be with you on your change, and it's all gonna go perfectly. There's gonna be no snags on the way. And I was like, okay. But like literally the fact that they don't get to choose their animal and Peter's a rat, like I think that's where his whole villain arc started. Like, how do you not after being deemed rat?
Right. He got real defensive. He's like, they're actually very smart. And they are really smart.
And cute. I mean, like,
Yeah,
don't
I
hate
think
on rats.
It'd be actually a pretty practical animal to be because they can get
Because you're
they can get
small,
around.
you could go by. Except for,
Yeah.
like, everybody would want to try to eat you. And that might be
Yeah.
difficult. And then you might get adopted by a bunch of gingers and have to live with them.
Mm-hmm.
That could be bad as well.
Could be.
Okay. Then I feel like, because I looked it up, again, canon or fanon, and apparently it says something about your personality. The animal is like your Patronus, and it says something about your personality. So I was like, okay, what is this trying to tell us about the personalities? Granted, Miss King Bean didn't make this up. This is J.K. Rowling. But okay, Peter, rat. Obviously, like, she was like, he's gonna betray his friends. He's a rat. Rat it up. James is a stag. Okay, what do you think that is?
Yeah, like what is deer?
My thing was like proud. Like, stags are like proud and like they prance around and they have the big
majestic.
Yeah, I feel like that's James's thing, is like his like almost to a fault. It was like he's just like overly proud. And then Sirius being a dog, that one's a little bit of a thinker, because it's like dogs are, I guess, mostly good, right? Yeah. Society has deemed.
Yes.
Like loyal, devoted. Like, ooh, could that apply to Mr. Lupin? Or does it mean he likes to lick his own asshole? Or that he likes to steal graham crackers from toddlers? Because that's what my dogs do.
Eat trash.
Yeah. Anywho, Emily, what would your animagus be?
I mean, I think cat is pretty good. I just love cats. And they just like nap around. But they can still like run and jump and stuff. They're very athletic. I think like for getting around, dog would also be good. But I just like cats more.
Yeah.
McGonagall's got it.
Cat played in my mind a little bit. But then I figured out like my true and my core. Like, I'd be a horse. But not like a majestic run around wild horse. Like the bitchy mare at the barn. That's me to a T. Like, I love eating. Like, I wish I could spend all day eating. I don't like to work. Like, as soon as I go out, I'm like, get my ass back home. When I see the barn, I'm going faster. And like, I'm really mean at the heart. I'm like, just have a bad temperament. So I mean, like, yeah, I'm just like that snotty old mare that nobody wants to ride.
I thought horse too, 'cause I feel like galloping would be fun, but they're just so fragile.
Yeah.
And kind of crazy. Yeah.
Scared. Totally.
Yeah.
I'm a chicken shit. Horse. This is the moment. This is what we're all here for, right? So the most important parts of this last 30 chapters isn't all this nonsense. It is the Wolfstar moments. So let's get into the highlights of Wolfstar from this section.
We got some good stuff.
It's so good.
It's getting serious. The last bits were just like little bits and pieces, little like hints, but now we're getting to it.
Yeah, it's very overt. Ever since oh no, I fancy Sirius Black.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But does he fancy him back? Discuss.
I hope so. Okay, sorry, we'll get there. Like, some of the major clues that he does like him back is the animagus.
Yes.
I can't say the right word. Eventually, is that Sirius is the one who led the charge, and that he devoted years of his life to the study of a very complicated magic to be able to do it, because he doesn't want his friend to suffer. He's like, I can't take the suffering away from you, but I can make sure you don't go through it alone. That's pretty sweet. What has anybody done for you that's that impressive? Like, I don't know.
And there also is another kind of romance beat after Remus is aware of his feelings. He's been pulling back. They're running. They did a prank or some shit. I don't know. And then they have to, like, Peter and James get away. Remus and Sirius have to hide in a closet. And it's they're too close together.
Boners were had.
And boners were had. And I feel like Sirius got very close to just up front asking him what his deal was.
Yes, yeah, he was about to say it before. Damn, James Burgess.
Because he was like, he's like, I know you're angry, you're mad at me. Like, what's going on? And Remus is just like, stop talking.
Yeah.
Like, let's just like meditate to get through this. Yeah.
Something that I also thought was really sweet was when Remus had his party and they all go to the Muggle music night and they all get wasted, and then Sirius is throwing up and Remus is holding his hair while he's puking. And that's not even the best part. The best part is after that, and they're like walking back and he's like drunk rambling and he's telling him how great he is. He goes, Remus, you are magic.
Yeah. He's like, you're great. You're great at magic. You are magic.
Oh, that's so good. I was like, stopped, paused, went to my notes app. You are magic. Make sure to write it down, because I'm like, that's
I wrote that one down. I wrote this next bit down. So this is before I think Remus has pieced anything together. This is the year before Grant, so Remus doesn't have a reference, I guess. So he's in the hospital after becoming a werewolf. Right, he's in pain. So this is before they're animagicians or whatever. Peter has told his girlfriend that Remus is the hospital, and then Sirius gets very worked up about this because he's like, how like on Remus's behalf, because we can't have other people piecing it together, like knowing what's going on. Right. Which I'm just like, what happened to this spirit? Serious?
I know. Yeah, that's a big about face.
Yeah. But this like protective streak. And then Peter says like, oh, at least I like girls. And Sirius gets very weird about it. And I think his girlfriend's like, oh yeah, I forgot my boyfriend has boyfriends. And he gets very weird about that too.
Yes.
He's like very like, what did they mean? What do you think she meant by that? And then Remus says he can hear his heart beating too loudly, and he thinks that whatever he's working through, it should be in private. So he like looks away, like starts talking to James. So I think around here, like this is right after he was drunk. I think this is when Sirius is like realized he's caught feelings.
Yeah, he's like, I am also in this. Like, because it's like maybe he realized what was happening a little bit. Like, whoa, I think this, like, my good friend might have feelings for me. And it's like, some people might enjoy that, like, attention or, like, feeling powerful or whatever. Like, yeah, that's right, whatever. But then he's like, wait a minute. I also think I'm, like, in this.
Well, yeah, because of this, I think Sirius maybe realized his feelings ahead of Remus.
True. Yeah, okay.
We don't know. We're not in his head.
I know. Well, there is other fics written from his perspective, but they're not by Miss King Bean. But I looked at her AO3 thing today, and she does have like extra tidbits that she wrote from other characters' perspectives throughout. So I might look at that when we're done with this, just to like help me cope with the transition back to the real world. Because I'm just all the young dudes 24/7 in my head. I'm just like when I'm not reading stories about werewolf children, I'm like, werewolf. Yes, more. I want to know what happened. Anyways, another thing that I really liked was after they stuck with Remus after their perfect animagus attempt and everything went perfectly and no hiccups happened at all. Remus was like, what is it like? Like, I don't know. I'm not there. Like, I'm there, but I'm not there. And they were like telling us, me right there. I'm with them. But they were like telling Remus about it. And then Sirius at one point goes like, you're beautiful. Just like he uses the word beautiful.
Was Remus asking him, was it scary? Was I scary? And he goes, no, you were beautiful.
And then Remus is like, poor guy's in his head about that for like the next year. He's like, friends don't call each other beautiful.
Yeah. He's like, okay, they met my, like literally, like he was a dog and dogs know what is attracted to a dog. And so maybe the wolf is hot to a dog. Like maybe I'm just attractive as a wolf. Or he's calling me Remus beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like itemized list. What could this have meant?
Oh my god! If he was Edward Cullen, he would have said it in a banger emo, like Tumblr sort of way. Your beauty never ever scared me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm also reading Midnight Sun right now, and I'm just like, what am I doing? I'm like reading Harry Potter. I'm reading Twilight. I'm capturing my youth again. Is this a midlife crisis? Let's continue. Then this is like the climax of this section.
Right. Yes.
Right. This is the most important part. We actually, after years and 100,000 words, we actually get the kiss. Their mouths touch.
Yes.
And okay. Obviously, we're dying for this to happen. But I have to fear that this is the burden of a slow burn. Was it everything you wanted? Or was it a little bit of a letdown because you've been building it up in your head for so long? Yeah. What was your thoughts?
The thing is, they meet in a stairwell. They're, again, too close together. Sirius has been moping about his girlfriend. He says some weird shit to Remus about how he hasn't kissed anyone. And Remus is just like, this is too far. It's too much. So he kisses Sirius. Sirius kisses him back for a moment. They break up. They're like, it's awkward. And then Sirius runs away, goes and starts making out with his girlfriend. So, not exactly satisfied, because I want the big, moment for them to come together. But
who doesn't
not-
like a cheeky little snog between their two mates, you know? Like, that happens all the time. Like, just play it off. It's the 70s, bro.
Exactly. Well, even like the next morning, Sirius is like, oh man, I was like so drunk, I could barely remember. You know, like classic.
Yes. And the fact that he ran to his girlfriend and was like instantly like, no, I'm actually straight, guys. Like, me guy. I didn't like what was just happening. And it was like, I felt like it read like such a real reaction too, where it wasn't like, and then everybody clapped. It was like, oh, we had this moment, it peaked, the scale tipped, and then it was like, no, just kidding, I'm gonna go back to the side.
Take it back.
I'm not quite ready for that. And it felt very real, felt very natural, and it also just felt like he was twisting the knife, and I'm like, I love the pain, twist it. Poor Remus. It's good. I was like, I want to know. I just want them. Okay, sorry. We all know what we want. We want. And we know we're not going to get it. We just want to suffer for the next 100 chapters.
Yes. But yes, that is peak Wolfstar content, and then it really turns a corner. So
Yes. Yeah. we get a little bit of awkward. We get a little bit of sending your classmate into your jaws to be eaten.
Yeah.
And that's hard to come back from that.
Right. Well,
Okay, so we've spent 45 minutes just recapping. But okay, this is where we just get into our quick stuff.
Okay.
We said this is going to be fast so we could get into these things we've been meaning to talk about. It'll be fast from here on out. Danger rating, okay? Where do we think our danger rating is from cozy Hogwarts shenanigans to number 10, oh lordy, oh Voldy is at the door.
Yes. So we were 4 last time where they were just like on the periphery. Things were getting serious. Now we've had the dark marks getting tossed around. We've had murders, a whole family. It's getting serious. 6.
I put a 7. I put a solid 7.
7. Yeah.
I might be a softie, but kids are being killed. Like that's alarming to me. That is not.
Yes.
I'm freaking out.
Right. People are going into hiding. You're either picking a side or you're like bailing completely.
Yes.
So one standout moment I do want to talk about just Grant. Love him.
Oh my gosh, we both wrote that separately.
I wrote it down in my notes. Remus calls Grant good all over, and I just thought that was so cute.
It's just
So I
so
wrote that down.
cute. I love Grant.
Yeah.
I love how chilly is.
Oh yeah, they have a fun summer day. He's like kind of surprised when Remus follows up on him. He's like not expecting it, but then he like gets over it, and he's like there for him. Yeah.
Yeah, and they like he goes
sweet,
to
just
visit. Well, is that chapter 94? I don't remember.
No, it's after. It's like 92.
Okay. Yeah, he goes to visit him and like he gets an idea of what it's like, you
Yeah.
know, a young queer person in London, and it's just I don't know, it's interesting. And I like him, and he's he's a very like supportive dude.
So yeah, it's just his first appearance, and so far
He's gonna be even more important as the story goes on, and I'm excited for that. Okay, so now this is the section where we talk about our haterade, right? Where like we sip on our haterade, we file our complaints. And this is also the segment we should just call it where Rachel eats crow, because every time I make a complaint, it's like literally addressed in the next section. Like last time I said it was a little slow, right? I didn't feel like anything happened. And this one I felt like so much happened. And I didn't want to stop listening or reading. So there you go. And if I'm going to use my magic complaint to alter the future, I'm going to say I want it to be more spicy. Let's get these kids of age and let's get them fucking. Then that is my platform. I'm running for Republican office. Just kidding. They don't want them to be of age.
no, they don't get of age. Yeah.
Commentary. Okay, that's my complaint.
Okay.
The other complaint that I have that's like kind of legitimate, and it's more my fault. Like this is really on me because I'm a casual fan. I feel like it relies on us knowing canon a little bit too much. Like it references things, and I'm like, I don't know. And she said, go back and read the book. I'm like, how am I going to go back and read that chapter? I don't have the book laying around, you know. But the fact that Sirius sent Snape to his demise by the hands of his best buddy, I forgot that had happened entirely. So that literally did not know what was happening. So that is like a little only complaint. But then again, this is fan fiction. This is where people are supposed to know these things.
Right. Yeah. I feel like I feel like it was fair to her to assume that we would know and remember these things. So yeah, my complaint is along similar lines where Also to do with these like canon bits that are now having to be woven into the story. I'm not sure that the author is doing exactly what she meant to be doing, because I feel like she's trying to justify these events as they happened in the book, because they are just like little vignettes where you just get one moment and it's like from Snape's perspective. And so she's kind of building the story as to like what would happen that would make this moment happen.
Yeah.
And maybe like with the Snape's worst memory bit, it makes sense. Like I could see how with the rising tensions and their history, why things would go too far, although maybe not justified, but I'm not going to feel bad about it.
Right.
But I don't think the Sirius thing is tracking like in this story. It just seems like such a weird character moment where first, why would Snape believe him in this story? Like they've only ever been antagonistic. They just literally like super bullied him or whatever. Like why would he even believe Sirius and follow up on what he says? And then second, I just like, why would Sirius do that? He's only ever been like very caring towards Remus. Yeah. Besides the gay stuff. But yeah, especially with like the werewolf stuff. Yeah, it's helping him read, right? He changes his silver pin to tin because silver bugs him because he's a werewolf. He's never like gotten close to spilling the secret before. It's just it seems out of character.
Yeah.
And they try to set it up like, oh, he's got all this family stuff going on. Like, I mean, he's dealing with his feelings too, probably. Being so cavalier with Remus, like he had it in the past. So it's kind of odd that he did it in this moment.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't really think that much of it, but like when you point it out that way, it's like, yeah, that's a very big about face.
Yeah.
Where she's like maybe bound a little bit.
Right.
But
So it makes sense in the book because Snape needs to know that Lupin's a werewolf. Snape needs to owe James a debt. He needs to save his life somehow.
Yeah.
And like they weren't romantically involved. Like you have Sirius who's kind of like a chaotic character. Like you don't have their relationship built out in the books. Maybe this is the type of shit Sirius would do. Right, yeah. But I don't feel like in this story that it didn't make it quite make sense.
Which that's a good transition to our next section, which is canon or fanon, right? Where we look at things that did it actually happen in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter trademarked. And that is something that was canon, right? As we talked about, that Sirius set up his classmate to be eaten. Even though we don't understand it, that's messed up, man. But that's something J.K. Rowling put in the original series.
Yes.
So I guess she felt bound. Miss Bean found Miss King Bean.
Yeah.
Felt.
She's trying to keep everything in canon.
Yeah, which admirable.
For what she has.
Admirable. That's hard shit to do.
Yeah.
There wasn't really a lot. This one I felt like was so much about emotions and stuff that you can't really prove or disprove. I didn't have a lot of canon or fanon for this one, other than that. Like, wait, did that really happen with Sirius?
Yeah. The only thing that I was driven to Google was the phrase "calm your tits," which Sirius uses at one point, and I was just like, "That in the 70s? I don't know." Right. So I did look it up. It entered the UrbanDictionary.com in 2007, a variation on "chill your tits." So yeah, I don't think it was around at that time, but maybe Sirius was just ahead of his time.
Could be. I mean, Urban Dictionary wasn't really around much earlier than 2007, so
maybe it was.
Yeah. Well. Further research may be needed, but yeah, it didn't quite feel true to time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not a lot of canon or fanon to get into, but we do have some more segments. One is the Peter Watch. He's not really a huge part of the story yet, I think. But I do admit that he is set up to fail.
Yeah.
Just rat. Why? So mean.
Yeah.
Another one.
He does win the kissing contest.
He does, and I was honestly very proud of him for that. Like, good for him. I thought it was so cute. And maybe I thought that would help him become a better person. But we know that the ending is still...
Yeah.
Whatever way it comes from. And she's a Ravenclaw, not a Slytherin. I think I said last episode she was a Slytherin, but she's actually a Ravenclaw. Then also Snape Watch. We've talked about him a lot already.
Yeah.
But, like... he's just still so annoying. Like, he's cornering Remus. He's following him around. Emily was like trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe he was trying to warn him. No. He's just out there being a snake. And like wanting to out Remus's secret and everything. And Dumbledore has to like swear him to secrecy even after he almost gets eaten. And he even calls Lily a mudblood. Granted, he was being bullied. But like, it wasn't her fault. Right.
But that was it. James didn't make him do that.
Yeah, he literally was just trying to throw heat on anybody but himself.
And he was throwing stuff around. I was like skimming before this episode. He called Remus like a Muggle lover in front of Lily. It's just like, Lily girl, I get what she's trying to do.
Him?
She's trying to like give him a way out, if he needed it.
Yeah, she's better than I am because I'd have been like, okay, bye.
Because, he's been showing his true colors, I feel, for quite some time already.
Yeah, and it's just like him and Peter are like opposite sides of the same coin, right? We're just like insecurity and like jealousy is what's running their lives. They feel inadequate, and so they're just going to let that lead them to make horrible decisions that hurt people around them. Mm-hmm. Okay, boom, grade A turd. Okay, next.
Yep.
Next is the cry count. I did not cry anytime this strand.
Okay, well, I have an addition. I have 2. I cried.
2?
I like low cried a little bit twice. It's like 2.5, honestly, because I almost got there one time. So the 2 times I cried, first time was when the first Anna Magus, when they first were there for Remus as he was turning into a werewolf. It was the bit where he like, because they're there now and they're going to see it happen, he has to be like in that moment right before it happens, real upfront with how bad it is. So it's the like he tells them like it's gonna be bad, there will be screaming, I will be screaming. And I like, so that was getting to me, like the vulnerability he had to have in that moment. And then at the end, when he says, again, like with the vulnerability, was it scary? And then Sirius says, no, you were beautiful. I was like, single tear.
Your beauty never ever scared me.
So that got me. And then there's a moment, his birthday. Because I was like happy because they're talking about how like he's so popular and everybody's gonna come to his party. He's got like his little study group that loves him. He's got like he's got this little younger underclassman, whatever's got a crush on him.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's so cute.
Yeah, but then he's like, so I was like, oh my gosh, that's so fun. He's so popular, people love him. But then he's like dealing with the werewolf stuff. He's dealing with his feelings for Sirius. He's trying to manage that guy's like feelings for him and like let him down in a way that doesn't hurt his feelings. He's got like people asking him like for help on their homework and stuff. And he has this moment where he's like overwhelmed. And so he like rushes to the infirmary and he's like standing there and he's like comforted by this place because he's like always, whenever he's there, he's like being cared for by Madame Pomfrey. Aww. And he like almost starts to cry. And then she comes and like gives him a hug. And he's like, no, it's fine. I'm overreacting. And she's like, I know you don't. If anything, you underreact. And I don't know, like that moment of her, like, I like when he almost like cries in the infirmary, it, like made me cry because I was like, oh, he's just under so much. He's got so much to deal with, and also that's his mom.
Yeah, oh.
I don't know. So that got me, and then I almost cried when he was crying on Grant's shoulder. That one almost got me too. Just was like, oh, this kid, he's got so much going on.
Yeah,
I know that's like kid stuff gets me. I don't like when kids are suffering.
Yeah, and here I am, heartless zero crying.
Those are the 2 times.
Yeah, no, that's good. To be fair, this section I was like doing a lot of cleaning and driving and stuff when I was listening to it. So that probably is different.
Audiobooks don't get me as much. It's because I'm reading it. Yeah.
Yeah. This next time I'll try to read more. Even though it's going to be hard because I don't have as much time to read as I do to listen. And I'm like, I just want to know. But anyways, okay, so that brings the cry total up to 3 for Emily and 1 for me. Which is honestly 1 more than I thought I would be.
I cry very easily. Anything 2 in my feels, it gets me.
Oh, well, there you go. You're not a sociopath. Congratulations. Okay. Wolfstar OTP level. Ready? What do you think? My level, make up and make out. Already.
I get it. I want it, but like I'm not quite there. Before I get to that, I'm going to need an explanation. And I'm going to need some groveling from Sirius before I am back on the Wolfstar train. But until then, I am #Team Grant.
Yeah, I just like Team Grant is Grant's such a good guy. But when Sirius was like, I was having my dreams. When it's like, is that the kind of groveling you were thinking of? Where he's like, and he took off his clothes and pulled me in. And I was like, yeah. Again, teenagers. I gotta cool my thing.
Yeah.
Here, but
no, he's gonna forgive him because he's still in love with him. But yeah. He's doing a good job with the growl. Like all this, I'm sorry. The like when he sniffs them out in London as a dog and then stays a dog, so that like Remus doesn't have to like look at him or talk to him.
Yeah,
I feel like he's being somewhat conscious of his feelings.
Like that eats me. Okay, so I feel like this is teaching me what I loved about Harry Potter, what I loved about like the Phantom of the Opera. It's just like that when you have like a secret life and like there's a secret world that you're privy to and like you're going through like I wanted a fucking dog to be showing up at my window when I'm hanging out with my friends and be like, oh yeah, that's my like the dog's here for me, it's just like you're like they have no idea what's going on, and then you leave with your mysterious friend from boarding school. Like I want to be I just want that. But it's just, I don't know. It's just like, that is what appeals to me. That's I like what made Harry Potter so fun in the first place, right? Is that he like has this horrible life, but then he gets to go to a secret cool wizard school. And it's just like, I like this whole doing this podcast has helped me pinpoint that is exactly the fantasy of being like privy to a secret thing that other people don't know. That is what tickles my brain. Mm-hmm. Because I'm eating this up in this case.
I did like when they showed up when he was hanging out with Grant there.
They're like, who
worlds
knows
crossed.
Yeah, I was like, I love that. I was like, yeah I want a mysterious animal to be here to see me.
Yeah, he's like parking outside.
Yeah,
I love that too. That he like tracked him down by sniffing him and stuff.
He knows
what I wanted though, I wanted jealousy a little bit.
Oh yeah, we don't know he was a dog the whole time.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I want like with the little, the guy with the crush on him or like with Grant or something. Like I want them to like piece it together and then Sirius have like a feel a certain way about that.
Yeah, that would be good.
He's not waiting on him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got options.
I mean, okay, and then we're talking about like the options, right? In the secret life too is like the other way, right? They only know Wizarding World, but he's like at a cool, like a secret flat, like what did he call a squad? Where they're like squatting.
Yeah, he's in a squad
with these other cool teenagers. Like he's got the
he's like
best of both worlds, man.
Yeah, he's like I got friends you don't even know about.
Yeah, like I'm just at a cool house, hanging out.
I ran away to talk to my friends. Yeah,
you don't even know his name. Yeah, I want to be mysterious. I'm like, how can I be more mysterious? That's where I'm like. That's why I like the podcast. Is like people in my day to day life, they don't know I have a secret podcast. So we've been kicking these things down the can. Do we want to talk about them or no?
I want to talk about Regulus. I want to get it. I've been thinking about Regulus.
We've been meeting. These have been weeks. On the outline since the first episode. So let's just dig into it. Regulus. What is he? What's his deal? To me, he's a whole lot of nothing burger. I literally do not care about Regulus Black at all. Like I don't care. Emily, you go now.
Okay, so I just edited the episode, so I know I cut this out of the last episode. But I'm pretty invested in Regulus and Sirius. I just want them to like work it out and be brothers. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen.
Oh.
But I understand that like why Sirius is cutting him out of his life because his family has only like been bad for him. And Regulus is a part of that, so he wants to cut him out. But also like Regulus, if Regulus is making overtures, right, trying to stay in Sirius's life, and also like Regulus is younger than Sirius, and that's his family, so you can't really be mad at like a child, for not standing up to his family. And it's like if you cut ties with him, Sirius, he's gonna have no outside view, right? You're not going to be able to be there to maybe have him come around. If he comes around on himself, he's not going to have anyone to reach out to. Because, right, Sirius had his new friends in Gryffindor. Regulus is stuck in Slytherin. I want him to stick it out to save Regulus. But why am I like, Lily, leave Snape behind? But I feel like it's more of a choice for Snape, right? Regulus, it's his family. Whereas Snape, he kind of like, he gets sorted into Slytherin, but like, you're kind of choosing to hang out with these shitheads.
Right, as opposed
and
to
choosing to join this like terrorism organization. Whereas Regulus is kind of stuck with it because if it's his family. So I want them to work it out. But also like Regulus's storyline is intriguing to me because what I remember from the books about him, when Harry and Co. are on his Horcrux hunt, they go to one of the Horcruxes And instead of a Horcrux, they find like a pile of bones and like a note that's like, "Dear Voldemort, fuck you, fuck your Horcrux." It's like, signed Regulus, Sirius's brother,
AKA and it's Sirius's brother.
AKA Sirius's brother. That's why you would care about it. Yeah. And it's like, he was a Death Eater. At some point, he decided, like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And he finds out about Horcruxes. Like, I don't remember if that's in there, if you know when this happened. But at some point, he has some change of heart. He gets to I don't remember which one, but he gets to a Horcrux and destroys it and then, like, dies in the process. And, like, that's all you get. You just get this little snippet. And I just, like, the mystery of it. Like, I still remember it because I was just like, what happened? And like, at this point, Sirius is dead. You can't get any more background on like what Regulus's deal was. So it's just, I think like you kind of see that almost in his interactions with like Remus and stuff. It's
he's
right,
like
he's gonna be a Death Eater. He's not gonna get out of it. But Sirius is cutting ties with him. But Remus is like calls him a coward at one point. And he's still like kind of keeping tabs on Sirius. So it's like he's in, but he's not all the way in. So I don't know. I'm curious as to what happens if this gets explained. You know, if we get any kind of background on like how did he find out about Horcruxes? What was like the final straw that made him turn on Voldemort? You know.
Yeah, that is all very
did he
fair
get out
questions.
Of it?
And, and J.K. Rowling was like, "Oh, fud, I can't fit another Horcrux in here. I just make."
Right, she's like, my book's already so long. We got to make this faster.
Yeah, oops, this one's already done. You're welcome, kids.
And I also know that he gets shipped in the Marauders fandom, like tertiary, with James a lot, which I also think is funny because they're both characters that are dead by the time the books start. So it's like there's nothing to base them off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just like really.
They're just like, here's another man.
Yeah, like they became characters because the Marauders became such a fan favorite, and then people took this like fan interpretation of the characters, and that was like, but what if they kissed?
Well, because we can't put them with Pettigrew, right?
Yeah,
we can't put them with Sirius and Remus because they're already already locked in. They're like, let's just find another Black.
It's your best friend's brother. Like I feel like that's like a trope, you know? But yeah.
Do you have any predictions?
No. I think my last prediction was that the war stuff's going to get more serious. Maybe they start doing shit for Dumbledore.
Yeah, maybe before they even graduate.
Yeah.
Like they're just kind of like start doing missions on the side.
Yep. I mean, I think we're going to get some actual Wolfstar action next, but
yeah. About time. I love the slow burn though. That is true. It's like And Lily wants nothing to do with them right now, and that's gonna have to change. So. Yeah, we're running out of time for that
maybe
ship.
They'll grow up a bit. Maybe James will get more serious. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe like the war stuff will be how they connect with the lead. We'll find out when we read our next chapters, which if you want to read along with us, we are doing 94, 95-ish through 123. So this is another 30 chapters, and we are digging into it shortly.
Yep. That brings us... I checked halfway through the 7th year, which I forgot there were 7. I think because Harry skips that.
Yeah,
one.
they bail out. That doesn't affect their career prospects at all.
Right. So halfway through 7 years, the last chapter is titled "Darkness Falls." So yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think things are gonna get serious.
Things are gonna get serious.
No, you're serious.
I wonder if we're going to start getting some tertiary like deaths. I'm worried about Hot Professor. Hot Professor's doing business for Dumbledore. I don't think we're seeing him again.
He might get graybacked.
Yep.
I feel like that's...
He's under my birthday card. I was like, oh, it's cute.
That was so
also,
sweet.
They smoked cigarettes together. An adult professor with his 14-year-old student.
No, surely he was 15 or 16 by that point, yeah?
I think it was 14. I think I checked.
No. He hasn't been 14 this section. He turned 15. He turned 15.
I think it was at the start of the section. Because he went to talk about werewolf stuff with Professor Ferox.
Oh, yeah, and he says, it's okay to shout if somebody's not listening. Or, like, can't hear you.
If you're not being heard and you need to be heard. Because he was, trying to sell him a line of shit. Like, he's going to be fine. He knows he's not going to be fine.
Yeah. What does he do? What's he do? We'll find out in the next section. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that is it for us. We're loving this journey we're on. So It's going to be sad when we have to go back to regular episodes and I have to like actually watch things and write things. Yeah. Anyways, if you liked reading along with us on All the Young Dudes, leave us a rating or review wherever you get your podcast, or send us your suggestions for couples to cover in the future. We got a suggestion and I'm like, yay. It's going to be a couple months before we get to it, but yay. So please send us your ideas. We got the one we came from Jada. So Jada, we got it. I'm emailing you back and we're adding it to the top of the list. But yeah, you can trust that in 2 weeks we will be back here with some more All the Young Dudes read along, chit chat, summer fun, because after all, we're in deep ship.
Ship happens.
Dear Voldemort, you are the nastiest skank bitch I've ever met. You are a fugly slut. Love, Regulus, a.k.a. Sirius's brother, a.k.a. the brother to Harry Potter's godfather.
Yeah.
The end.